Oblivious to drought, this editorial warns of worsening drought and flawed water planning in Pakistan. Pakistan faces two types of drought, one caused by dry weather or lower than normal rainfall, and the other resulting from lower water supply in streams, reservoirs, and groundwater levels, induced by months of no or insufficient rains. Two types of drought distinguishes between meteorological drought, caused by reduced rainfall, and hydrological drought, resulting from reduced water levels in natural and man-made reservoirs. Induced by means caused by, emphasizing that prolonged insufficient rains lead to diminished water supplies. With climate change affecting the availability of water across the country in more ways than one, droughts, especially related to dry weather and lower than normal rainfall, are projected by a 2022 World Bank study to increase in the coming years. Climate change is noted as a factor altering weather patterns. Projected means predicted by research. The mention of a 2022 World Bank study lends authoritative evidence to the forecast of increasing drought frequency. With rainfall below 40 pc of the normal amount since September, we are facing a drought across most parts of Punjab, Sindh, and Balochistan this year as well. Below 40 pc indicates that rainfall has been less than 40% of the typical levels, a dramatic shortfall implying severe drought conditions in these key provinces. Without significant rainfall, drought, or dry and warmer weather conditions is projected to exacerbate over the next few months. This sentence warns that the lack of adequate rainfall will worsen the drought, with exacerbate meaning to intensify or worsen the situation. That is not all. A brief transitional sentence implying that additional concerning information follows. Glaciers in the northern parts of the country have also been shrinking for the last many years due to below normal snowfall and rising temperatures, with a forecast of further reduction in future flows in the Indus and its tributaries. Glaciers shrinking indicates a loss of ice mass due to warmer temperatures. This reduction is critical since glacier melt is a major source of river flows. Forecast means predicted based on current trends. The winter temperature this year is recorded to be above normal in most parts of the country. This means that unusually high winter temperatures further contribute to reduced snowfall, exacerbating water shortages. Given the huge impact of global warming on weather patterns and water resources, aggravated drought conditions in the country do not come as a surprise. This sentence acknowledges that the observed drought conditions are expected given the effects of global warming. What boggles the mind more is the obliviousness of the country's water sector planners to what is happening around them. Boggles the mind is an idiom, meaning it is astonishing. Obliviousness implies a lack of awareness, suggesting that planners are ignoring critical climate data. The disclosure that IRSA, the nation's water regulator, had approved water availability for the planned Kolistan Canal a year ago, without taking into consideration decreasing water flows in the river system and the increasing number of dry days and drought conditions, indicate the quality of our future water planning. This criticizes the water regulator, IRSA, for making decisions based on outdated assumptions. Without taking into consideration highlights a neglect of current climatic realities, casting doubt on the soundness of future water resource management. Repeated disturbing climate events demand that such decisions be based on scientific studies and extensive data. Repeated disturbing climate events emphasizes that multiple recent incidents prove the need for data-driven planning rather than reliance on outdated models. The justification that we would have ample floodwaters from the Indian-controlled Sutlej River to feed the new canal is flawed, to say the least. Flawed indicates that the reasoning is unsound. Ample floodwaters is the expected surplus. But the sentence argues that this assumption is unrealistic given current trends. We do not see floods in Sutlej or any other river every year. This statement reinforces the idea that relying on annual floodwaters is impractical. Does Punjab have extra water to feed this canal in the years without floods? This rhetorical question challenges the feasibility of the canal project during dry years. With water availability in the Indus system in decline, farmers from Punjab, too, are facing shortages, especially in the drought years. This connects the broader issue of declining water flows with the direct impact on agriculture, noting that farmers are suffering from water scarcity. Therefore, our policymakers must rethink the new canal project in view of the increasing water distress in the river system. This concludes by urging decision-makers to reevaluate plans based on the reality of dwindling water resources. Published in Dawn, February 22, 2025.